Kailora was born a low-class Saiyan, but her power did show a bit of promise. Though her mother was Fasha, she spent most of the time, well, conquering worlds. The fuck you expect? Her father, Spinny, took most of the time taking care of her, but surprisingly, Fasha was still there, sometimes. But she was always there to make time for Kailora, though everything pretty much would not go that well, because Fasha would still die, Bardock would return shortly after, rambling on some crazy stuff about Frieza. Spinny being one of, at least I guess, few Saiyans to listen, and he took his kid and fled from planet Vegeta to this remote world called Runaria, a peaceful planet that really not a single person even bothered to give a crap about. The natives were, well, welcoming and unfamiliar with any other race because they weren't really primitive. They were just kind of, I guess, slow, I get. They weren't dumb, but you get the point. And it was pretty much peaceful, though he did live there for a few years, but it wouldn't last long. An unfamiliar ship had descended on the planet. Though it wasn't Frieza, the ship landed and an army of henchmen emerged, ruthlessly attacking the villagers. Kailora and Spinny fought back the soldiers, eliminating them with ease, but eventually Cooler would emerge from the ship, and Spinny, without hesitation, launched an attack at Cooler, but it was swatted away like nothing. Kailora jumped in as the two fought Cooler, but they were pretty much outmatched. Just as Cooler was ready to finish off Kailora, Spinny leaped forward one final time and was pierced by the beam that was aimed for Kailora, and in his dying breath, he told her that he was always proud of her, something her father never told her. Then something inside her snapped. Memories of her father floated back, her hair flashing between black and gold as she let out a roar similar to Ozaru and became a Super Saiyan. Not the first. Let me get that shit down right now. She was not the first Super Saiyan. That shit's stupid, okay? That shit's stupid. But anyways, in her blind rage, she attacked Cooler. Cooler was not given a chance to transform because anytime he did, she just kept attacking him like some type of wild ape. And eventually, she was able to get Cooler up in the air and launch a mouth beam straight towards him, sending him, well, to the sun, but Cooler somehow evaded it at last minute. But he was left unconscious in space for a while. And after the battle, and Kailora had recovered, she buried her father, but she could not bear to live on that planet no more. Her family was practically gone, and she just left wandering space, visiting a few planets that were, well, used to be ruled by Frieza because he got killed by Goku, or Cooler, though she did visit Yardrat, only learning one technique, and that was instant transmission, but that was the only one she bothered to learn. Then Kailora eventually does get to Earth, though her landing was not the best. From all the fuckery she caused using that ship, she crash landed onto someone's car. That someone's car being Yamcha. He came out pretty pissed, understandably, until he noticed her tail, immediately thinking she was going to be another Vegeta situation, and was ready to attack. But meanwhile, Kailora was pretty much stunned by the way he looked, not by for what you think. It was simply because she had no type of interaction, well, ever since she went to space, though her longest was with the Yardrats. That didn't last long neither, because most of their techniques she didn't really bother to learn. After Kailora stopped being zoned out, she quickly assured Yamcha that she is no harm, but she does ask him to show her around Earth. Yamcha reluctantly agrees, but he does keep an eye on her. She does eventually crash his place. Days turns into weeks, weeks turns into months. And pretty much, Kailora somewhat start to adapt to Earth, but she couldn't sleep naked like she could in her ship because she's actually living with someone now. And on some nights, she would use Yamcha as a pillow, making Yamcha unable to sleep for that night. But yeah, this is just Kailora's backstory. I got some other videos planned for her lore. Anyways, I'm Luna Hybrid. Like and subscribe. I'm out here.